right, everyone. This is how I create a label using Canva and then uploading it to Avery. I do have this on my Instagram stories on my products page, and I know that this is not a screen recording, that like you're watching it from here. So I'm going to do my best to explain everything. I am not the best at like explaining things when I do stuff like this because I'm so used to just like going through the motions. So here is Canva. I use Canva for so many things. Canva is absolutely incredible for whatever it is that you want to do. It is free. However, you can upgrade to have more features and whatnot. I want to say it's about between $10 to $12 a month. I find it personally worth it because I do so much stuff with it. So I'm going to show you how I create my label using Canva. And I'm going to probably be using some of the pro features. And so in case you're wondering, how come you don't have access to it? It's probably a pro feature. But for the most part, you can use almost all of this stuff. It's just the photos, I think, it's what like some of the pro features are. So what I like to do is I first decide what label I'm going to be using. And then I open up my Canva and I use a 3x3 label from Avery. So I'm just going to create a custom size and then make sure that I'm in inches. And then I'm going to go 3x3. And then I'm going to create a new design. Okay, so here we are. We have our 3x3 design right here, and it's an untitled design. I'll title it in just a moment. So I have a blank background. This is how simple I am when it comes to creating a label. This is, let's see. We will create a fall label, okay? So we will go into the photos. I click on that. And let's just look at pumpkins. Okay, we're gonna search pumpkin photos. And I think my internet's running just a hair slow. Okay, so now we have our photos up and we're gonna do something pretty simple. We're gonna click on that. So this is a great label for me because then I could write onto the background. So we're just gonna bring this up to size. So right there. Bring that in. I just want it to fit this one, and it's gonna bring the pumpkins out a little bit further, which is fine. Okay, so this is what I have. Now, if you wanna adjust it, you just double click on the photo and you can see where you can drag it accordingly. So we'll just do, how about we'll do like right there. It looks good to me. Now, if you want to kind of fade the background, not make it so bright, you can click on this little button up there and then just drag it and then and this will make the photo, the transparency kind of faded. I've done that for some of my pictures, so then when I write on top of it, you can see the lettering more than you would be able to the background. So now we're gonna go ahead and add, we'll do something, I'll use the, we'll do pumpkin spice. That was one of my candles last year, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to do it this year. So this will work well. And then just bring it up, make it a little bit bigger. There, right on top of that. And if you want to adjust the lettering, actually go up here, and then you can, the spacing is what I meant there. Kind of want it closer together because I've got to actually add more information down here. So then let's change the font on here. let's make it a fun, let's try a cool one. That works, right? We'll do that. And I'm trying to work without my mouse, which is not, actually, it's a little too bold. I'm so indecisive when it comes to font. I wish I had one that I'm just like, okay, that's what it's gonna be. Okay, where you see these crowns, that's where the pro stuff is. And it's usually all of the stuff that we really like. Okay, I like that one. We're gonna pull this out just a little bit and then kind of bring it like this. And I don't know why I'm working so hard when I know this is not gonna be the label, but I'm like such a perfectionist. I'm like, okay. And then this center line, there's a line that gives you, that comes up when it's perfectly centered. You know where that area is, I guess you can say. All right, so you gotta make sure that you put where your candles come from. So that's one, and then I'm gonna kind of scooch it over, and then this is a 14.5 ounce. Oh, I forgot to put it. Oh, what happened there? Okay. All right, so the net weight has to be put on. Let's decrease the size of that. We'll also make it white. All right, there we go. All right, that is what we're gonna do. Now, when we want to bring this over to Avery, so see how it automatically gives us, it fills in like the name of this, I guess the project, the name of the project. It automatically uploads whatever is in your first set of writing. So it populates it automatically up here. You can definitely change the name, but just by clicking on it, it'll change. And what we're gonna go ahead and do is download it. We're gonna download this and bring it up into Avery so we can print it. The internet is running really slow right now. And as you can see, it's pretty simple to use when it comes to creating a label in Canva. This is what I did not know how people were doing. I was like, how are you guys bringing it? How are you guys printing it into a label? And I didn't know how to exactly bring it over into Avery until I figured out, okay, you've got to download this, and you can do this as for online labels as well. This whole thing works for online labels. Create it in Canva, and the internet is out. Okay. So it still says that I'm offline. Let me get this fixed and I'll be right back. Online, and the great thing about this is that if you are ever working on a project and the internet goes out, Canva automatically saves your design, and it will tell you it is offline. That way you don't continue to work on something and then it will not be saved because there's lack of internet. That's what I love about Canva. I never have to worry about losing my work. So I'm just gonna download this as a PNG, and it will like show me right here that it's downloading, and then just click out right there. Now we're gonna go to our Avery, and let me sign in. Okay, so we're gonna go to our projects. We're gonna create a new project. All right, and we're gonna create a new project. Okay, and then 94101 is the 3x3 number for the labels. It's one that I get all the time. I use this on my 11.5 ounce candles, and I use this for so many other things. And as you can see, look at, if you can't even create something, Avery will automatically create something for you, or it already has templates in here. Okay, so here is the part that it took me, so many frustrating hours. So now you can either edit all or you can edit one. When I like to do like mix and match labels, like if I'm doing a bunch of random labels, I always do edit one. If you're gonna do a bunch of the same things, you can just do edit all, and it will automatically populate every single label with the one photo. I'll show you. So you're here, you have your label outline right there. Now you're gonna go into image and you're gonna add image. You're gonna browse for the file. You're gonna go up to the pumpkin spice, open. There we go. Now remember, you cannot edit this label in Avery. You will have to go back over to Canva and edit, download it all over again, and then upload it back into here. Like I can't change the maiden lake port, the weight. I can't do anything in here. This is already its own photo, basically. And I really hope I'm explaining this like to where you guys understand. So these have outlines right here, and it will tell you if you go beyond that line that it may not print because you went further than the label outline. Although I do go a hair over just to make sure. So I just want to make sure that it's aligned perfectly. And as you can see over here, it has populated every single label with the same one because we have it on edit all. Now, if we have it on edit one, so let's go ahead and edit all, we're gonna delete. Okay, so now we're just gonna go over to edit one, and then it's gonna do each individual label one by one. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna find our label. And then you can always copy and paste if you want to do more than one label. You don't have to worry about doing this whole upload all over again. So I just go to that and bring it back up there. Just expand it. Like I said, I like to go a little bit further and just make sure that it's aligned, that it's centered. And as you can see, it's only populated one of the labels. Now, if you want to do more than one label, just make sure that it's selected and then hit copy. And then you can come over here, click that label, and then hit paste, and it automatically does it for you. And then paste again. And then once you have all of the labels that you want, and you don't have to use these all up, you can just print what you need. You go over to preview and print. It will let you know that you've gone past the boundaries of the label outline. I like to continue anyways. Here's your preview right there. I go to print for yourself. I get the PDF to print. We are not saving this, although I highly recommend you always save. You will open the PDF. Here it is. And then you simply go to print and then hit that button. And then you've got beautiful labels, candle labels, or whatever labels you want. This works for anything. Like I said, I use this for my candle labels. I absolutely love it. And again, if you need to edit anything over here, maybe make that a little bit bigger. Remember, you have to come over to Canva to adjust anything on this label. In Avery, you're not allowed to do so. Or you just can't. It's because it's its own picture. Like, you can't adjust the picture that's already been done. But anyways, this is how you make a label in Canva, download it, and then upload it to Avery. All right, so I really hope that you found that informative, helpful, all of the things. Let me be very clear. I am not the best at teaching someone how to do stuff on the computer because I myself am just still learning so many things and then once I learn it, I just go through the motions. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I need to explain this, or I need to have like the proper terminology for this. So if you have a bunch of questions, no need, I will definitely help you out. It is on my Instagram page as well. If the Fixing It Up with Sandra shop, it's over there as well. It might be a little bit more in depth. I got a lot of questions about this kind of stuff where people were like, I need somebody to print labels. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I used to do that. I know how expensive it is. If you print your own labels from home, it's way cheaper. I can't even tell you how much cheaper it is. Even with buying the ink and the paper, it's still way cheaper. But yes, and this works again, like I said, for online labels as well. Just go into Canva, create your own label. Make sure that you do custom size to whatever label that you want to create. Like even if you're creating a small label, a really big label, just make sure that you go into custom dimensions. Make sure you click on inches, put in your measurements, and then just go to town. And Canva automatically saves every single label that you create. I will be doing more as I feel comfortable, like tutorials with Canva. Again, I use the Pro version, which I think is super amazing. I absolutely love it, but I use Canva for everything. I use Canva to make flyers, to create labels, to make little handouts for my business. I use it for everything. If you've never used it, go onto Canva, just look at all the different things that you can make. You can make planner inserts, calendars, oh, so many things. I absolutely love it. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I am not the best at explaining this, but I just wanted to show you this because I couldn't find a YouTube tutorial anywhere that told me work in Canva, upload to Avery, or online labels. It's that simple. So anyways, if you found this informative, please give it a thumbs up, because then I can just keep like building up my confidence when it comes to creating tutorials like this, because I actually learned so many tips and tricks. I'm like, do people want to hear this? Like, especially the way that I tell it. But anyways, and I promise I will learn the proper terminology as we keep doing these. But yes, please subscribe to my channel. It's a great way to just help support me without really having to do too much, but just simply clicking that subscribe button. I do have a membership that I am working on, and I absolutely love it. I can't wait to talk more about it here in the next week. But that is it for today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments if you did, and I will see you guys again in my next tutorial.